Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy October. It is the first. Let's get the month started right. Let's get the month started actively. Yesterday we did a wild 2-hour workout and the groins are quite sore. So today we'll switch it up and start on the ground on our butts with our butterfly. What I'm doing here is going right after my sore muscles to start my stretch. And then I'm going to work my way into some yoga. But we're going to really take care of our legs today, stretching after the deadlift, power clean, parallel squats, air squats, running, all the leg work we did yesterday. We gotta make sure we take care of them. Pretzel stretch. As much as we get our lower back here, we're also opening up our hip, our oblique. Let's go feet apart, touching our toes. If you can only reach your knees, your shins, don't be discouraged. It takes time. One side, both hands on the right foot, both hands on the left foot. Staying on that groin muscle, coming up with our feet apart, leaning to one side. Now watch how my left foot turns. I really get that stretch. There's basically no weight on my hands. Just minor help on balance. Other side. It's one big thing we've talked about before is when we're sore, we don't avoid it. We go right after what's beat up. Now we're doing a pigeon pose with my leg crossed. Again, really stretching out the groin. Ooh, that feels good. Coming to our cat cows. We're going to do a full 10. And making sure when we come down, we really get that set base with our lower back arching so we can feel it in our butt. All right. One knee down, elbow over knee. These are good ways to practice your twists if you're a beginner. Nice light stretch if you're further along. And then we'll go to the more advanced version. We're up on our plank, and then we come one foot in between, one hand down. The other thing these twists do that I haven't really mentioned is really help your digestive system. You'll be able to process food more quickly. Now we're starting to get into a little bit more yoga. Let's get up on our feet, walk our feet to our hands, slowly roll up. Now we're on our feet. Let's start with a triangle. I always struggle getting the best camera angle here, but I want you guys to see my feet. So we got our lead foot, we got our plant foot, hands straight out, lean forward, triangle. And reverse triangle. Other way. Now we get into our balance. What's up, Daniel? I don't recognize you. Cool last name, Mr. Patton. And yes, it's easy to start hard work. It's easy to plan for hard work. It's very hard to follow through and keep up the hard work. And that's the you versus you in life. When your legs are very sore, these balance stretches are more difficult than ever. Have to focus. Bow. Let me go actually here first. So some good news. I do have, in my opinion, maybe the funniest person at Barstool and the funniest people I've ever met, who also loves to exercise, has tentatively, big asterisks on tentatively, agreed to join a morning workout live stream next week. So keep tuning in, guys, because I promise I'm doing what I can without bothering people, hopefully, to get some guests on here, get some more entertainment, some action, some challenges. Try to put someone through one of my workouts, maybe have someone try to put me through one of their workouts. And the person I'm interested next week could potentially whoop my ass, not just in real life, but in the gym. So I'm looking forward to that. More to come. Now getting the butt, pulling our foot up. Other side. And as I said before, when we're very sore, maintaining balance is a great exercise. So trying to get that foot above the knee. Now the other side. We did a lot of weightlifting yesterday, so we're going to have a good cardio day today. We want to make sure we're as warm as possible beforehand. So we'll get back on the ground. However, if the gym remains empty, we might just get a couple little lifts in, a little mini pump in before we run. And that's part of going into the gym with a plan, but not so rigid in your brain that everything breaks down if you can't do it exactly how you thought you were going to. And that includes being opportunistic. Shit's open, and you know that people might come in, take advantage of it. Now you see us going through our regular stretch a second time. I'm feeling extra cracks in the back, feeling the legs getting much looser, and that's the benefit of running through this twice. Let's get some crunches. Did 500 yesterday. So we don't need to make it a top priority today. Even feel it a little in my trap. Waiting for you, with or without you. Come on, boy. Got 30 left. We're going to work through these. There's 100. Coming back to our cat cows as if the first set never happened. Another thing when I'm sore, as you notice, I got my big lacrosse coach hoodie on. I used to coach lacrosse as well as play in New York, all section defensive midi in high school. No big deal. Hen Hud, we beat Yorktown, only time in school history, no big deal. But I'm wearing it because it helps me break that first sweat more quickly. And the quicker we get our first sweat, the better shape we're in vis-a-vis the soreness. Just 10. The other key will be to get some good stretching in after we run. Doing our donkey kicks, our fire hydrants now. They burn. But it doesn't feel like a strain. It feels like soreness, which is what we want. It means our muscles are growing, muscles are working. Work beyond our comfort level. It's always a good thing. Now let's come back into child's pose. Use your fingers to crawl your hands forward, stretch that back out. One more time, let's go for the groin. All right. Already sweating, so I think I can ditch the hoodie. We've got our bands with us today, which I've really been pushing the last few days, and we're going to help use them in our little warm-up here before we run. First thing we're going to do is a quick set of twists. With our little 10-pounders, nice and light, feet are together. Starting to get more of that blood flow going. Also jumping right into twists because I'm not going to do air squats at the same clip as usual. The legs being cached from yesterday's 2-hour marathon workout. It's a great day to get a great workout. Wednesday, middle of the week. Probably have a couple things that have gone your way, a couple things that haven't, a couple things that you're waiting to see how it pans out this week. Pent up energy, maybe pent up stress, rather, maybe low on energy after getting through those first 2 days. Start out Wednesday by releasing those endorphins, getting some positive energy flowing. You can attack the middle of the week while everyone else is complacent, tired, apathetic, demoralized. You're the one that has that extra fight, has that extra grit. Starts in here. Starts with discipline. Mental, then physical. All right, now that it hurts, let's count the last 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Big circles backward. Seeing how our shoulders feel after all the work yesterday put on them. Little circles forward, little circles back. Definitely feeling it in the shoulders still, but I want to get a little more yoga nonetheless. So we're going to go downward facing dog, vinyasa, upward facing dog. We're going to come back up, plant our left foot, right knee to right leg and straight up. Now on 10, hold it up and then step right through. This gives you a good angle of that side stretch. Really good for the groin. Really making sure it's fully activated before we start any cardio. This cardio is going to be very hard today. So pedal. Plant the right foot. Left knee to left elbow. Step through. All right, so this might be a little bit counterintuitive, but before we run, we're gonna get a little mini upper body pump. As I said, when the gym's empty, we gotta take advantage of it. And assume at any moment, other people can come in and take up different stations. So when the bench press is set up so beautifully, I always feel an inherent responsibility to get a little bench work in. Now, yesterday we threw around weight on our deadlift into power clean, into press, into parallel squats. That's why I'm so sore. Our shoulders are trapped, did a ton of work on those presses. So here on the bench, want to make sure we keep our form with a nice wide grip and really try to isolate the pecs as much as we can. I hate when it's on tilt. Good morning, Dave. All right. Let's get a little pump here. Just got to turn this shitty song off. Fuji's, No Woman, No Cry. So I listen to Sparky when he takes me up the freight elevator. We jam out to it. I think I put more weight on my left side again there. We got 10. You can also do a nice little twist set when you're on the bench press, especially in a crowded gym where maybe someone's waiting for you and they're waiting for you to clear it. Great thing to do in between sets where you're keeping that chest active, you're kind of warming it, stretching it further, and you're staying active between sets. Now what we're actually going to do, because it's empty, is get our little bicep pump with our band in before our next set on the bench. So we're going to take our black band, which says it's 40 pounds. So nothing crazy. Look at how easy these things are to carry around. Literally put this in your pocket. Can't emphasize how helpful bands are if you're trying to get into weightlifting and you have to travel, you got kids, you got a tight schedule. Starting with the hammers. Then if you look subtly, you can turn my hand upward, do a regular curl. You can also bring these into the office. Subtly do this sitting at your desk, no one would even notice. In fact, I'll do my next set of these sitting on the bench press to show that. Great way though to get that iso sharp pump in the bicep without any compromise on form. The elbows locked into place. It's also my favorite way to do reverse curls, which I'm doing right now. You can see you can really do it slowly under control. It's a little awkward with a dumbbell. With the rope, you don't even need the handles. You can just grab it at the end and then work through those variants. Just again, to show the grip here, I do not have a handle attached to this. I'm literally grabbing them right here and then just stepping on it. And that's it. It's that simple. That's why you can come in and out of it so quickly. Also, the alternating like this. When you're coming down, you can do it much more under control, which intensifies the burn significantly. Now it feels like I've done a full bicep workout. Literally, that's how much of a pump you get. Whew. Only in America. Well, it's not true. You could do this anywhere. Okay, so now I'm bringing my trusty band over to the bench. Let's try to focus on keeping our arms at the same width. Stop putting more weight on my left side. It's been a weakness of mine for about 20 years since I tore my right labrum a couple times. Never had surgery, just rehabbed it myself. So my left arm is stronger than my right arm. Here we go. Lightweight, good form. Those felt good and clean. Nice and clean, nice and clean. Now we sit up. Look at that. We got our resistant band waiting for us. And we don't have to waste any time. So now we're going right from bench into curls, varying curls, as quickly as you could possibly imagine. It's another strategy when you're sore, basically limped in here with my groin so sore. Because after that whole workout yesterday, Frank and I walked 5 miles. So I was banged up. Right now, you can tell I'm hammering biceps, shoulders, and chest, really getting that pump in my upper body and getting some of the attention off the groin now that I've already stretched it and warmed it. So again, keeping the body confused, keeping it guessing, and not letting one hard day become an excuse for a lazy day. We've got to compound hard days. Arms are getting nice and pumped. All right, third set of bench press. The bench is just a little bit off center. That's why I have to lift it up and just shift it a tiny bit. Let my left hand go wider there. Again, showing that my left arm has more power. Now we're going right back onto our band, end of the bench, straight back. We're going to do alternating hammer curls here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now reverse curls. Under control. Palms facing the ground. Hold. I've broken full sweat here before ever getting on the treadmill. Gonna help with the soreness too. Let's do some big circles. Remember, our traps are still feeling it from yesterday, particularly the overhead presses. So don't avoid that soreness. Lean into it. All right, fourth set of bench press. I got the positioning so far off to the side, I can't get the right. Yeah, that should be better. Still got our fourth set, just had to slow it down at the end and be careful. So I had the weight under the perch. All right, shoulders are on fire. Chest is feeling pumped. And these band workouts are getting the arms fully juiced up. Regular curls, alternating. Hammer curls. Hold. Whew. All right, fifth and final set on the bench here. Sultan's swing. Dire Straits. Great song. All right. Fifth set, we're more centered here. Should be able to get these reps more cleanly. See how much the positioning helped? Good lesson there where should have fixed it right from the jump. It's 5 nice sets of bench press. Get those arms one more time pumped before we run. What a great hack for a bench press superset. Just working in basically a full bicep day over the course of 5 sets of pull-ups. All right, push, pull, push, pull. Before we do a couple more things and run, let's get a set of pull-ups in. Palms are still healing, but slowly getting better. I got to really try to grip it with my fingertips only. Woo! Quick pee break before we run. But we are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. All right, getting ready to run. We've done a nice amount of yoga, 5 sets on the bench. Ton of curls with our band, all 3 on our variants, our regular curls, our hammer curls, our reverse curls, got in 100 crunches, got in our regular yoga poses from the ground, got in a set of pull-ups. So what we've really done is built up a full sweat and warmed ourselves up before getting into the cardio with our sore ass legs from yesterday. Whew! So most people at this point would be done with their workout. We're done with our warm-up. Where is my sweat towel? Here she is. Here she is. Where did I put my body armor? There she is. All right. This cardio is going to hurt. This is the cardio when you wake up, you're really sore, and you're like, all right, you know what? Today, my body needs to just chill. Sometimes that's true, but that's more when you're injured. If you're just sore, what your body actually needs is exercise, particularly on whatever is sore. So we're going to avoid sprinting today. We're not going to avoid cardio. It's very uncomfortable, but I know when I break through this pain, it's going to feel really good on the other side. It's got to be tough. I need to learn how to play the guitar. There's no more excuses. No, my world, till the day was gone, sad in regret of all the things I've done, for all that I said. Nice steady jog with sore legs. It's also just a great way to exercise the part of your brain that empowers you to do things that you don't want to do, but are inconvenient in the moment, but you also know you should do. What you came for? Well, sings. Woo! Work, boy, work, boy. The road you're on. And did you know? Ways lies in a waste spring wave. Come on, baby. Let's go. Hump day. You're either taking it or you're giving it. Your choice. Ooh, that electric solo. Starting to get sun twists in, showing my body's loosening up. And I'm officially moving from hurting to getting that Angela Martin runner's high. Shout out Office fans. Here we go. Woo! You guys know what time it is. For any regular viewers, throw it on mute if you need to. So we're about to go. Bob Seger, turn the page. I'm gonna stop calling him Tom Seger, Jesus Christ. Bob Seger, which means just a little bit of singing to practice my breath. On and on the lonesome highway east of Omaha, can listen to the engine walking out his one more song. Think about the woman or the girl he knew the night before. Thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do when you're riding 16 hours and there's nothing much to do. Feel much like driving, you just wish the trip was through. So here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page. Well, you walk into a restaurant, strung out from the road, and you feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking off the cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explode. Smoke more weed. Most times you can't hear them talk, other times you can. All the same old cliches. Is that a woman or a man? Won't always hear our number. Don't make a stand. There I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page. There in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy You tried to give away as the sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. Later in the evening, as you lie awake in bed, with the echoes from the amplifiers ringing in your head, you smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what you said. Well, here I am, on the road again. There I am, up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. There I go, turn the page. Yeah, here I am, on the road again. Here I am, up on the stage. Here I go, playing the star again. There I go, there I go. Sorry for that, guys. Really good practicing your breath running by trying to sing a whole song, particularly ones where you gotta speed up, slow down, hold notes. You have to have mastery of your breathing. Otherwise, you basically suffocate while you're running. All right, let's go Kryptonite, 3 doors down. Almost done with our very military-like jog. Very standard jog here before we start our uphill march, aka our Maurice sprint. Yeah. What's up, Veronica? What's up, Jordan? Can't quite read, but I see your guys' names. Now, generally, I am literate. When I'm running and turning my head, can't really focus. Which just shows how impressive people in combat are. Because they're running around hitting targets. I mean, I'd be shooting my pants. Yesterday, we also ran a 5K on top of the insane lift. And now that the soreness is starting to subside and the endorphins are turning up, I think we might do another 5K today, just for the fuck of it. We're also going to speed up a little. Here we go. If I go crazy, man, will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side, 'cause I'm superhuman. I ain't kryptonite. Yeah! If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? If I'm by my side with my superhuman, my kryptonite. It's a fun song. This song, great running song, very underrated. You guys probably know Send Me Away by Rusted Root. Do you ever listen to Martyr by Rusted Root? Holy crap, what a song this is. So many instrumentals. They're just putting their balls right on the table for this song. I'm going to try to sing along a little, but it's very hard. Sympathy. Horizons, they fire up my chest. I'm in your vision. Yeah, I can't sing along with this. It's too crazy. Maybe the chorus. How long should that matter? How long should that matter? Hey, mister, come down and say, your misery. Let's send Bambino say, well, I say. You can't tell, I don't know the fucking words. Oh, you ain't this after my tear. Been white to my spirit. All right, we're fucking jamming now. We got like congas. We got all kinds of different percussions. I don't even know. Flutes, guitars, with some trombone action, saxophone, I don't fucking know. It's chaos. Martyr by Rusted Root. Slows down to a drum beat. Now we're back running at our regular speed after a slower, longer jog, but our legs are feeling good again. I guess they're just my legs. great song. All right, start our uphill march. I'm gonna make sure we leave some time for lifting at the end. Sneak in some body armor. Flash IV Tropical Punch. You guys see me drink this every day. I love body armor, not just because of how much I love drinking it, but they've been the biggest sponsor supporter of Frank Walks from day one. Federico, the CEO, is a great guy. Shout out people on the team like Johnny, just pleasure to work with. And then the big bonus for your boy is I work out every day, if you didn't know that. And I actually have a partner that hydrates me. Like, I am always proud to drink Body Armor because of what they've done for Frank Walks and for our life. And it actually improves the workouts. I'm hydrated. You guys never see me cramp up. I do drink these throughout the day and even with dinner. I go to bed very hydrated. My legs were sore today. They probably should have been like incapacitated. But again, I hydrate all day with Body Armor. Can't speak highly enough of the product. Love the Flash IV. Tropical Thunder, yellow. I think it's called Orancha, the orange. All right, we're on our Maurice Sprint. Right now we're on a 12 incline with sore groins and lower body, even my glutes now. This is really tough. This really hurts. So let's not be soft about it and go up to our 15 incline. Let's see what we can do. Come on, boy. Work. Get those twists. We're in pain now. We're in the pain zone, baby. Eat that shit up. No pain, no pain, no pain. Rocky IV, Russia. No pain. Come on, rock. Get up, you son of a bitch. Because Mickey loves you. My ass is on fire. My ass is on fire. Me groins are burning. Me groins are burning. My ass is on fire. Me groins and me ass. What's up, Patrick? Morning, Matt. Just yelling at myself in a Scottish William Wallace type accent. There you go. 1.5 minutes left. One minute left. If you want the tread, I'm on my last minute.
Come on, quick. Are you using the bench?
What's up?
Are you using the bench?
I was gonna do another set, but go ahead.
No.
I already did 5 sets though, so if you want to start with it, just do it.
I was gonna do.
But I'm breaking my rule of taking 2 spots right now. I'll wipe this down, do my set.
All good.
Forget it. So I'm just finishing right now. Can't be taking up 2 spots. It's dictator bullshit. Woo! Legs are feeling good. That was tough. And the irony now is the soreness in the groin, the legs, hamstrings, glutes, quads, calves. It's all going to mitigate thanks to the stretching and the workout I'm doing right now. I think my shorts actually stay pretty dry. Okay. I'm going to set a bench in and free it up for my man Patrick. Just going to lay down the machine. Wipe down your machines, people. We live in a society. Don't be a dick. All right. Really squashed up. Legs are on fire. Do one more set of bench, and then we're going to free this up for Patrick. We got 5 sets in before we ran. Couldn't agree more, Jordan. Morning cardio is an absolute life hack. All right, here we go. 1 set of bench. Keep our hands nice and wide and even. All right, Patrick, it's all you.
Yes, sir.
Should we take 45s?
No, you can sleep.
Sorry, guys. Quick 2-minute bathroom break. I'll be right back. All right, guys, my bad, I'm back. Good morning, Ethan. Am I good here, Patrick?
You can move whatever, yeah, I just wasn't sure where you're gonna be.
Go back into some band work, some body armor. Apparently I slept 8 more than I thought last night. Whew. So we got our 40-pound band. Stepping 1 foot down. I'm gonna put this down here. Yeah, get the angle. There. All right, so really watch the elbow, how it does not move, which means we're totally isolating the bicep. By doing the reverse curls here, where the palm is facing upward, we're also getting particular isolation in the forearms and in our grip strength. Now we're doing our hammer curls, working our way through very slowly, very under control, alternating arms. Well, one is flexing up, the other slowly releasing down. Because it's not a dumbbell, the resistance is not just a matter of gravity. I mean, you can't just hang at the bottom. You're still holding against resistance at a fraction of an angle. So your biceps, your forearms are never fully released of tension. Great way to build up muscle. Great exercise if you want to improve your pull-ups. You can see my forearms popping when I come up on these reverse pulls. Not many exercises will get your forearms that way. Okay. After that long run, you saw we did a 6th set of bench press. Let's get some more of our stretching into the groin, especially, but it's feeling much more loose, much better after the long run and all the other stuff we've done today. Touching toes. Grabbing 1 foot on the outside, which takes a bit more flexibility, and you're going to feel even more of a burn on the outside of the leg you're touching. Go the other way. For everybody with a sore back, step over 1 foot, hand up in the air, elbow over knee. Perfect way to stretch out your lower back, even if you're not a gym rat. Also stretches out your legs, your groin. Very helpful. Downward facing dog. Pedal our feet. Stretching out our calves. As one heel touches, the other leg bends. Come down. Vinyasana, upward facing dog. And plank. I've been working out since I was maybe 15 or 16. And I think the reason is I love the NBA so much growing up. Subconsciously, because they all wear sleeveless shirts, guys like David Robinson always made me want to be jacked when I got older. I always thought, man, that's so cool the way some of these guys just live. Karl Malone, just like monsters. Unfortunately, I didn't grow to be 7'2" or 6'10", but the rest of it I love. All right, coming up from the plank without a break to make it harder. Let's plant our left foot, right leg up, and we're going across the body. These are tough. Other side. If you need a spot. Step your foot through. Stretch from the groin. Other way. Down onto all fours. Child's pose. Up. Cat cows. Really sink and arch. Feel that sink into your butt. That sounded very odd, but you know what I mean. Okay. Donkey kicks. Guys, also feel free. If you like the stream, but it would be more interesting if you saw some other Barstool characters. Tag them. Tell them you want them on. That's all it takes sometimes, a little nudge from the fans, and we can get anybody. But I've already got one really good lead for next week, so I'm really hoping we can get him. And it's not Mincy. I know we've already had Mincy, so I wouldn't tease you with someone we've already had. All right, we got 100 crunches pre-run. Let's get our second 100 here. Set this up so it's a little easier. Big thing here is I'm keeping my lower back flush on the ground, and the crunch is coming from the legs and the shoulders, really. Works the stomach without hurting the back. And then as you get stronger, you begin to mix them in with leg lifts, and then eventually those leg lifts will turn into these full-blown reverse crunches like this. Those lower abs, you're so hard to build. Be engaged when you do this. Targeted fat loss doesn't work on its own. It's certain exercises are certainly effective for certain muscles when used in aggregate with a complete commitment to health. And that doesn't mean being a freak. It just means you're being mindful on diet, you're being consistent on exercise. That's it. Mindful on diet, consistent on exercise. You don't have to blow your whole life up. People are so dramatic. Scissors. I was just playing with some flexibility in the air. Come right back into our reverse crunches. Right, even though we worked our triceps probably too much yesterday, we are going to at least do one set of diamond push-ups. So you can see my hand making a little diamond. And this is going to really work our chest and triceps. All the way down, all the way up. Side plank. Other side. And back down to our plank. Getting a lot of good ab work in today. That leg and groin soreness is just fading away. Okay, onto all fours. Quick child's pose again. Take note of how much we've stretched today. We've hit multiple poses multiple times, and the redundancy has been helpful, not a waste of time. We've really stretched out the legs on top of the cardio, on top of all the workout. Doing pigeon pose here. Trying to make sure we stretch it every which way. Be nice and gentle on our pigeon pose. Not forcing anything. Nothing should feel strained. Should feel a burn, but not a strain. Especially across in that groin area on the inside. All right. Get back to some more band work. After one more side to side, turn the foot. You got to remember too, I'm probably walking at least 5 miles today with Frankie, so I got to try to stay relatively fresh and loose where I can. All right, now we're going to take an even crazier, thicker, gigantic band. The orange, which is 80 pounds. So this is twice as difficult as the black one you've been seeing me work. You can see the thickness there. For some reason I got my music absolutely blaring. Okay. So as we get up into these thick bands, we still want to focus on our form. But you're going to see this is going to be a lot harder. Here, actually. All right, hammer curls. Again, 80-pound stretchy band. Do not recommend these bands enough. Let's go reverse curl. Oh, I feel that in the forearm. You see a band this thick, Patrick? 80-pounder. Try to bring them up. Now we're getting to the point of failure. But with the band, you can kind of fight the resistance more than with a free weight, where you're going to kind of collapse. Here you can fight the struggle. This is how you build muscle, people. All these last reps count the most. Hammer. Great work. Now we're taking our little tiny yellow, 10 pounds. And we're going to work little shoulders after getting such a good pump on the biceps there. It's 10. Now let's rotate arms. So we're coming down, we're still working. It takes more focus, coordination, functional strength. Now, the hardest part of our shoulder circuit with dumbbells, we're still going to implement with the band. Just keep those elbows out wide. This is hard. Hold. Shoulders are absolutely on fire. Good circle. 2 forward. 2 backward. That's my favorite kind of body armor. Flash IB Tropical Plunge. And I go right into my Naranja. Oh, sorry, Naranja. Anyways, the orange one. I don't need to really sell you how much because they're not a sponsor. And you see what's happening. I do high intensity workouts for hours at a time, and I'm just purely fueled by body armor. So they use this 2-hour commercials for body armor. Okay. Gonna get back into some band work. I think what I'll also do is film a YouTube short on it, as long as we've got this thing set up. You guys know when I film my YouTube shorts mid-workout, it's actually kind of a funny dynamic, because then you probably see it on my Twitter like a week later after it's been edited. Let me just go right there. Let me go right there. Okay. This is an 80-pound band. Step through with 1 foot. You can work your variant curls, starting now with hammers, so our palms are parallel to one another. Reverse curls, where our palms are facing the ground, really focusing on our forearms, our grip strength. And of course, traditional curls with tremendous ease. You don't need to be in a gym. You don't need a ton of space. And you could literally curl this thing up and put it right in your pocket. Even just the hold alone is a great resistance workout. Highly recommend getting these bands and spend the extra money to get good ones so they don't snap on you right away. I'll probably film that again in the office just to highlight the fact that you can really do it anywhere. Right. Let's go for 300 crunches. What time is it? Holy shit, 25. Almost an hour and 45 minutes. Got Wake Up Barstool coming on soon. Got PMT to listen to today. Just tons of Barstool content everywhere. God, it sounded so happy last night when the Yankees lost 8-9. Patrick, you ever use bands?
Oh, I mean, I years ago, I don't.
I've kind of neglected them. I'll do them in the office. It's a little fun way to pump. But when you travel and stuff with the kids, or you have to go to the beach or something,
Yeah.
You would love this shit. Always feel free when I'm in here to use. Because the yellow one, for example, is only 10 pounds. You can do like shoulder extensions without any pain.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to get like a good pump on your biceps for curls, anything like that, the thick guys are fucking difficult. It's great for travel. Doing reverse curls. The other big news today is the madman himself, Signor Fleming, Pope Francis, might actually go get a new phone, which would probably add 10 to 20 years to my life. So very hopeful that happens. It's going to be our third set of these. So again, just attacking the sore areas and making sure they feel not just okay, but strong for the day. And 8, these are donkey kicks, legs going straight up behind us. To fire hydrants, meaning this is how a dog would pee on a fire hydrant. Other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fire hydrants. I remember doing this when I was a cross player. If it was really muddy and we didn't want to sit for our groin stretches, we would come down into the seated kind of squat, sumo squat. I think, Ethan, he might be switching up for an Apple. That's how bad things have gotten with Samsung for him. The unthinkable has become a very startling possibility. And it would also honestly make all of our lives so much easier. I mean, imagine working in content with a guy who's always making content, and he's the only one that doesn't have an Apple. And that's literally the world I live in. It's the madness I deal with, people. All right, let's take back our black rope. We're going to put away the orange and the yellow. We got great pumps out of those guys today. Thank you, orange. Thank you, yellow. Throw them back in the backpack. I'm going to bring them into work. I'm going to film some YouTube shorts in the office today. I should definitely get some weird looks. Okay, here we go. Elbows at my sides. Starting with regular curls. Now, by not doing super light or super heavy, we're getting both the pump and the form perfect, precisely. Does that say no? Seriously, he's finally able to get... Yeah, I know it's crazy to think. But again, it's not over. So until Frank has it done, it's not over. But there's a chance he might get out of the Samsung world. I think what broke him is the lack of customer service. And one of the things that he's had a problem with Apple, so to speak, a Frank problem, is their, relative monopolization of the tech industry. Frank and I are both very anti-monopoly, free industry, libertarian types. So any kind of monopoly pisses us off. The truth is everyone gets all worked up about politicians. They're all split up by monopolies. They're bought off by all the monopolies. The monopolies are what's destroying the country and causing all the division. All they do is maximize profit and go for the lowest common denominator. So with that said, I think Frank's recognized that Samsung is like any other monopoly that don't give a shit about them. And if that's the case, there's no reason not to go to the easier solution. The other thing is shout out to guys like Travi and Robbie and Cody and Jack Mack, all in the New York office, rallied around Frank. Sometimes I get kind of worn down, and they all stepped up. They were really helpful. Jack got into his phone. The other guys offered to make an appointment and go with him to the Apple store. And I always thank them, and I always try to remind Frank to be grateful that he has such great human beings around him trying to help him. Because those guys don't have to do that. They don't have to deal with any of that bullshit. They just do it because they're good people. And if you don't know those names, some of the hardest working people at Barstool, and yeah, they're in the New York office for as much shit as people like to talk at the New York office. And not only are they in the New York office every day, they work late every night in case there's West Coast games or breaking news or whatever. There's not some
AI robot putting up the bar stool tweets in the middle of the night. It's those grinders we got. They're obviously also in Chicago and others remote. But I'm speaking of the New York guys because I see them every day. And the way they just jumped in to help Frank really meant the world. Really helped me out. Shout out you guys. I'm sure you're all watching. Travi, Robbie, Cody, Jack, whole crew. Probably forgotten somebody. That's okay. So you can tell this has been a long variant set between our regulars, our reverse, and our hammers. Really maximizing our pump as we've crossed the hour and 40-minute mark. My arms are really burning right now. This is a to failure type set. And I'm changing grips with no strategy outside of what feels the least burnt going into the next rep. Great stuff. Great work. Great work. Great work. Okay. Now, despite basically avoiding them the entire workout, we are going to do a handful of air squats. Not a crazy amount, but some. And remember, we've been stretching and warming up our groin all day leading up to it. So even if we just get 10 to 20 good reps, I'll be very happy, because when I woke up a couple hours ago, I felt like if I tried to do a squat, my legs would explode. Now it feels like a difficult but reasonable proposition. Stretch vertically. Okay. Butts out. Up to our tippy toes, hands out like a ski jumper. It feels pretty good. Definitely go for 20. Taking our time with it, making sure our form's good, not risking any strains. I'm the way, let me know, Patrick.
You're fine.
11, 12.
Should I push myself through this?
You got it. You're looking jacked.
My knee is like sore as hell.
Your knee?
Yeah, I think I messed up in kickboxing or something.
Are you stretching it?
No, it's
I don't
weird.
see
It's
you
like,
stretching.
it's like the top of my calf right here. I don't know what's going on. I've been like this
Shin
for like
splint.
3 days.
Come up to our tippy toes and stay, and pop up and down. Working those calves. Back down to our squat. Left knee over right elbow. Back to the middle. No, Mike's not coming to New York. Like I said, the social guys here in New York have been incredibly helpful. And they're going to take care of it. And the other thing, too, I've been trying to tell Frank is I don't think there's 100 people out there prank calling him. It just takes a couple jackals that know how to set up a robocall system or whatever that are just, I even said to Frank, they could be like 17-year-olds in college that are stoned and laughing and eating pizza. It's like they're not necessarily thinking about the fact that they're actually torturing you. It might just be kids trying to have fun. So you don't need to motherfuck the entire chat. 99.9% of you guys are awesome. All right, let's go back to some twists. Whew. Felt good to do some air squats after these. So sort of start with this. Feet together. You guys know the routine. These always feel a lot better toward the end of the workout when the whole body's warmed up. because this exercise engages so many muscles. So when you do it early, a lot of stuff is going to feel off. It's 40. I started counting right away because it hurt right away. Just for the record. It's 50. I'll tell you, there's few things that delight me more than getting a full body 2-hour workout before 8 a.m., before wake up bar stool starts. That's what 8 a.m. represents to me. Wake up bar stool, wake up bar stool, wake up bar stool. What I'm trying to do is give you guys a chance, even if you just follow me the first 15 minutes, even cut it first 8 minutes. Do that warm up every day. Maybe pick one lifting thing I'm doing that day and start integrating it. You'll be amazed by the results. Because again, working out for 2 hours every morning is not a realistic expectation of anybody with any sort of social life whatsoever, much less a family. I'm a very lonely person. I am alone in this world. It gives me a lot of time to exercise. So it's not a matter of trying to become a freak. It's a matter of trying to just improve yourself. It's always just you versus you. It's not you versus somebody you're looking at.
Personal growth, baby.
Personal growth, Patrick. And then poor Patrick puts up with me talking to you guys while he exercises. I think we scared the other guy fully. I'm not kidding. Remember I told you I came in a few times and he like ran out?
Yeah, he's done that a few times, you know.
Yeah, I think it's over for him. To be fair, though, he was bullying us more than we ever bullied him. We are 1 minute away from a 2-hour workout, and I don't even know what twist number I'm on. So we're going to go another minute. And we're also going to pick it up a little boxer mode, which means just faster. And unlike other workouts, because you have to keep the weight off your body, meaning your elbows aren't touching your ribs, and you're keeping your arms at a 90-degree angle, moving faster, it's not like you're cheating the reps. Your arms actually have to stiffen a bit. Especially when you go real fast. Arr. 10 seconds. Come on, boy. We'll just start doing 2-hour workouts every day, guys. You don't need a reason to train. Just do it for yourself. Finish on the ground, much like we started today. Have a great workout, feeling it everywhere. We'll end with a good old-fashioned dip. Going into Wednesday, I think a lot of times Wednesday is an easy day to take life for granted because it feels like a transitory day, a day like I just need to get through today and then I'm more than halfway through the week. When the reality is tomorrow, you might get hit by a bus. So you need to act like today is everything. Today is it. You got a crush on that person? Go for it today. You deserve a promotion? Ask for it today. Have your shit straight. Know your arguments. Pitch yourself the right way. But go after what you want with passion. Because there ain't no guarantee that the time will ever be right, much less exist at all. Life is short, guys. We got to attack it. I love you all. Watch Wake Up Barstool. And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Love you guys.